This video today goes out to all you new real estate investors. I've compiled some of the tips that I think were going to help you get started, some of the steps you can take to make sure you hit the ground running, achieve success quickly, and avoid mistakes when you're investing in real estate. So step number one, it's most important to educate yourself. And that can be from a number of different ways. I think getting started, the best way is to find some really great podcasts or YouTube channels that teach real estate investing. I've got certain ones I follow based on the types of topics I'm trying to learn or wanting to improve on. And it's just, there's such a wealth of knowledge from really experienced real estate investors out there who have podcasts, reading blogs as well, and YouTube channels. You can learn so much information this day and age on whatever topic you want, whether that's being a landlord, flipping houses, wholesaling, buying notes, whatever it might be. So I think start with podcasts, and YouTube is a great way to get going. And then find yourself a mentor, so someone that can take you under their wing, whether that's a paid mentor or just someone that you can call every now and then in your own market that can give you a little bit of advice here and there. Maybe you got to buy them dinner or buy them a coffee, but just someone that can help you avoid mistakes and make sure you're doing things correctly. So that's step number one. Number two is deciding where you're going to invest. So for some of you, the most obvious thing would be to invest in your own town or city. But depending on where you live, the numbers just might not make sense for what you're trying to accomplish. So some places like the West Coast and East Coast in major cities like New York, Los Angeles, Vancouver, Toronto, the numbers just really don't make sense for most investing strategies unless you've got a ton of capital. So it may be important to choose a market where the numbers do make sense, and then you've got to research that market. Okay. One of the best ways to research a market is to start talking to people that are in that market in the real estate business. So that could be real estate agents that work with investors. It could be attorneys in that specific state or province that are real estate attorneys. Property managers is a great one, and also other investors. So start attending, webinars and meetup groups, and join Facebook groups for that market, and start chatting with other investors that are doing things. And of course, real estate agents know the market often better than anyone. The next thing you need to do is choose your target deal, okay? And that goes with what strategy you're trying to achieve. So if you're looking for rental properties, you need to determine, well, what type of property am I looking for? And at what price point? And what does the rent need to be? What does my cash flow need to be? And every market's going to be different for that, what that ideal property is. If it's a fix and flip, are you trying to do, high-end flips? Are you trying to do lipstick remodels? Okay, so what does that look like for you? What's the price range that you're willing to buy in? What's the type of repairs you're willing to do? Are you willing to do complete gut jobs, or are you just trying to do minor repairs? Okay, and same with mortgage notes. Are you buying performing notes? Are you buying non-performing notes? Are you trying to buy notes where you're going to buy a non-performing and then foreclose and then maybe fix up the property and sell it? Or are you trying to buy for cash flow? So there's all these decisions you need to make in the type of deal you're actually looking for. And the more clear you are, the better you're going to be able to find your deals, because you're going to know what you're wanting. But you can also instruct your team, whether that's a real estate agent or bird dogs or whoever it might be, to help find those deals for you. So you really have to get clear on what your target is for property type. And then also what the numbers need to be in order for that to be a deal for you. Okay, so what kind of return do you need? What kind of cash flow do you need? All of those things you have to get clear on as quickly as possible so that you're not wasting time and resources. The next thing is then building your team, whether that's in your own city where you live or in a market elsewhere. You need to start building your power team. And that could be real estate agents, it could be title companies and escrow officers, it could be real estate attorneys and accountants, property managers, loan servicing companies, like I said, a mentor, even just boots on the ground like contractors, handymen. You got to start compiling all those people that you're going to need to be successful. And you don't have to have it all at once. A lot of times you build that as you go. You start getting referrals from other people that you do business with. Sometimes you end up changing people on your team. So you might have someone to get going and realize that they're not that good, but you can always replace them later. So it's more about just taking action and getting started and finding people that you think are going to be a good fit. And the best way is to get referrals from other people that are already investing in real estate in that market. All right, the next one is learn how to market yourself and learn how to grow your network. So despite what you might think when you're getting started, the real estate investing business is not, well, it's about houses for sure. It's about real estate, obviously. But the biggest thing that it's about is marketing. It's marketing yourself to gain private money and investors so you can do more deals once your own funds run out. It's about marketing for your target asset, whether that's a property or a mortgage note or whatever it is. You need to be reaching out to whoever's finding your deals for you. So reaching out to realtors. If you're reaching out directly to homeowners, you need to be marketing constantly to homeowners. So everything in this business, and most businesses, probably all businesses, is about marketing. And the more you can learn about how to market yourself, the more successful you're going to be. And that was one of the biggest things for me to learn, is just how important marketing is. It's easy to want to hide, not get yourself out there. It's safer to just, sit on your computer and not talk to people, but really you got to get yourself out there in front of people, whether that's in person at real estate events, or like I'm doing right now, getting out in front of people on social media, okay? And then growing your network. So really, the old saying goes, your network is your net worth. And those that have the biggest network are going to win, because the more people you have, whether that's potential money partners, whether that's other investors that might, do deals with you or buy your deals if you need to assign or wholesale a deal, other investors that have deals to sell, contractors, handymen, attorneys, whatever it might be, growing that list and that database of people that can maybe help you in the future and who you might be able to help out in the future, okay? Everything in this business I found is about your network. So work on growing that from day one, and by the time you're in this business for 10 years, you're going to have a vast network, and deals are just going to get so much easier to do because you're going to have resources everywhere you look that can help you with whatever you need. All right, the next one is determine what actions you're going to take and then set your goals. Okay, so this goes back to the type of strategy that you're doing. All right, so your actions might be sending out letters to potential motivated sellers. It might be doing cold calls. It might be doing text blasts. It might be just contacting real estate agents. It might be looking on the MLS. But whatever it is, determine what actions you need to take, set goals for those actions to do them regularly, and then make sure you stick to those goals. So what I find is a lot of new people, they get excited up front, and then once they realize all the work they need to do, they find excuses not to get it done, right? Everyone's really busy, and if you don't prioritize those specific actions in your schedule, they're not going to get done and you're not going to achieve your goals, okay? Me right here, right now, one of my actions is I need to create video content every single week, and so I put it in my schedule and I hold myself to it. Analyzing deals is another one. Make sure you're consistently analyzing deals and properties. The more deals you analyze and the more offers you make, the more deals you're going to get. So set those goals, determine what action steps you got to take on a regular basis, whether that's daily, weekly, monthly, or whatever, and stick to them. All right, so if you follow all of those things, you're going to be successful. There's a lot there, but those are the fundamentals to getting going in real estate, and you got to take action now. There's no better time than today. So go out there, start doing these things, and you'll find success along the way.